Glass of cannabis. It's been a glorious year. I want someone in here to stand to their feet and tell me their best way to smoke. Who will it be? You right here. What's your name, girl?
Not him. It don't really matter when we all agree. What's your best way to smoke? Best. Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? What's your best? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
And Herbo Jr. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and tell a friend.
Yes, make sure you do that. We got a special guest in the house tonight. We got Shmoney.
Ineedshmoney.
What it do? That's right. So look, we want to thank everybody that tap in with us and tune in, the subscribers. We appreciate y'all, man. Keep tuning in. So before we get into the show, we always do the Best Way to Smoke tip. So you the guest, so we want to ask you, what's the tip?
Keep a lighter.
Keep a lighter.
Keep your motherfucking lighter.
And don't be snatching lighters out here, because we got some pocket snatchers. Some
every
lighter
day.
snatchers.
Hey, motherfucker be like, let me use your lighter, and then walk off with the motherfucker or some shit. You know what I
Or
mean?
instantly put it in their pocket, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a real tip, though, because it's like if you a smoker or a stoner out there, you got to have that motherfucker. You get caught without the lighter, that's a sad
And a nigga
fucking
be
moment.
mad, too, though. And sometimes you might leave that motherfucker in the house and shit, though. I have to run back in the house and go get it and shit.
Or they'll be like, is that my lighter? Like, they did not stop making blue lighters when they
Oh,
made
every
yours.
day. But for sure, yeah, that's a dope tip, man. That's the Best Way to Smoke tip for the day. So, we know that you do the custom kicks for the celebrities.
Yes.
So, tell us where you come from and stuff like that.
All right, I come from the Bay Area. I'm from San Francisco, California.
That's right.
Area.
I've been customizing shoes for about 5 years. So when I started it, I kind of already knew certain artists. You know what I mean? Like the Bay Area got some artists that's on scene, but I didn't kind of get into it like I should have, I feel like.
Right.
But after a while, when I'm looking for a shoe base, I'm like, I need to get to these artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started working with Bay Area artists, which started working with bigger artists, and
Yeah.
now I'm working with artists like Herbo. I did all Draco stuff.
Yeah.
T Grizzley, Jack Boy, stuff like that. So Cash Kid, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
That's a little
So
list right there.
out of all them people, which one was the most unique shoe that you think you made?
Draco shoes.
Yeah.
I did some Jordan 4s from them. They were yellow. I did like a galaxy theme. I put catchy on them. I changed the tag.
I think I seen a video. It was a video with that too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I seen that shit. Yeah. Them motherfuckers was dope.
But also, I think me doing the stuff I do with the check mark, so like I take the check mark out. For those who don't know, I take the check mark off. I change it. I put it somewhere. I'll make it drip, or I'll just put it into your shoe. You know what I mean? I did FNB DZ some shoes. He's a Detroit rapper, and he had a big old gun, like a drum. The check mark, I put it at the end of it, made it look like it was bullets shooting out. You know what I mean? So I think that's like one of my signature moves too. So
That's dope.
I like that, though. From the Bay all the way, what you saying, to Detroit?
from the Bay to Detroit, I just did pop-up in Houston. My next pop-up in ATL.
I like that.
I'm finna do some shoes for Sosa Geek. He a New York artist. So, you know,
You moving.
yeah.
So it's like, it's pretty much you changing the game single-handedly, because it's like it's already fashion-based.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you customize the shoe. Is it just like your own idea, or is it just like when you finna do a shoe for somebody, they give you an
9
idea?
times out of 10, if it's for artists, I freestyle. Like, artists might tell me, make sure you put RP this person, or put, you know, like my set or whatever on there, but everything else is not freestyle.
That's dope.
So when did you get into like designing it, like as far as doing art?
When I got out of high school, I knew how to tattoo. So I
Okay.
started doing tattoos. But
That's
that kind
where
of
it
got
come from.
boring. Sitting around waiting for people to, you know, come get tatted, that's like, I had to keep working. You know what I mean? So I'm still doing 9 to 5, but in my free time, I'm just sitting around waiting. Like, you know, so I end up sliding for an airbrush gun, and I just started practicing. I didn't like the shirts, like, and then I also was big on shoes.
Oh, the
So since I
airbrush
was
shirts,
always into shoes, I wasn't painting on shoes. I was airbrushing them. I was just changing the colorway on them. So they'll be pink or something. I'll turn them blue or purple. Then somebody asked me to do a deeper design. And that's when I started hand painting. And I feel like I hand paint better than I airbrush.
That's dope.
So I don't even airbrush no more. Like
Yeah. So like when you designing the shoe, like what's the average time that it takes to get it done?
Depend on design. Like if I already got the design in my head, it'll be like, right there a few hours. But like sometimes I'll do part of the shoe, think about it, wait till tomorrow, and then I'll get a different idea or perspective on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, and it's like I'm just listening to the transformation of it. It's like, man, I go to tattooing, then I get to doing the airbrushing the shirts, but then it's like I did these shoes, and I had to come in and like do this right here. I found my stroke. Here I go.
Pretty much.
That's cool.
Because the airbrush gun and tattoo gun is totally different. You know what I mean? So I felt like I couldn't get that. I could get it right, but not how I wanted to. Like getting them details in. So when I paint, it's right.
So out of those three, because those three different arts. And it's like I seen some of the stuff that you've done from all three areas. You know what I'm saying? It's cool work. All this shit is cool. Like which one do you feel is like the most challenging to you? Like we know you're doing the shmoney kicks and all that, but
tattoos, it wasn't challenging for tattoos, so I wouldn't say that, but it was just patience. You know what I mean? I have patience with shoes, but I feel like when you give me your shoe order, you tell me what you want and tell me what you don't want. You know what I mean? I can even say, what colors don't you want? What colors do you want me to use? So I know what not to use. You know what I mean? But like with tattooing, you get people that are inexperienced, which is understandable, but I feel like some common sense isn't common nowadays. Yeah. So I would get people like, say if I start on your hand doing a tattoo, you'll look at it and be like, oh, you finished? Or no, like, tattoos, you go over them at least twice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you get a lot of people asking questions, and you have to tell people, remind them, like, you can't bring friends or kids or not. You know what I mean? Right. Like, so it'd be a lot. Even working in the shop, it was just like, somebody come in, they want a tattoo, but then they drunk. You can't do drunk. Tattoos drunk in the shop. Right, so it's like, you gotta go. And it's just a lot. Like,
but do that, it's like with the alcohol, that make you like low-key bleed a little bit more, don't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like you gotta negotiate prices with everybody. Like, I don't have time for all that negotiating prices with everybody.
Like shit, the price is the price.
Yeah, like, and it was just a whole different ball game. But it was like, it was cool for a minute. I did it for a few years, but it just wasn't my passion.
Yeah.
And then, like, doing the shoes, you ain't got to hear nobody talking.
Oh, my favorite line is, shoes don't talk. I will call you when they done, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, or when I'm working on them, I will let you know. Like, there is no reason for you to call me after business hours.
Yeah, you be showing like your little process when you get your little shoes and little stuff that you be doing. It seems like you just calm. I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I mean, even some people be like, hey, like, you working on my shoe? I'm like, just because I didn't post it, I'm working still. Like,
motherfuckers be anxious. Yeah.
And I understand it, though. I understand, but it'd be like, just
like, slow down.
Slow down, like, or who I gotta be to get some shoes, like. Somebody with some money.
Everything. It's like money
I need shmoney.
Like,
I just need the deposit. The rest gonna be up to you.
Yeah, for real.
Because I'm gonna keep it if you don't.
Yeah.
Look, out of doing the shoes, and it's like as far as like the reaction of some of the work that you've done, because it's like, as you say, they don't know what they're gonna get. They give you the idea. What's one of the best reactions that you've got?
Draco. Like, he loved it every time I did it. Like, one thing about Draco, like, he was one of the most genuine people that I've worked with. You know what I mean? Like, so when I asked him to do the shoes, he was like, just make them. So I didn't kind of know what I wanted to go for. You know what I mean? But then I seen Ketchy passed away, and he, that's his brother. So he's like, he, doing a lot for him. So I started putting pictures on shoes. So I decided to incorporate that, and he drinks syrup. You know what I mean? So I incorporated that in his shoes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then he wore the video shoes for a Sweetie video and for the Catchy the Great video. So it was, it was like, and then when I did them again with the Jordan 4s, he was like, oh yeah, like, I like these. You know what I mean? Like,
so those reactions just pumped you up.
Yeah, like certain people reactions be like even with Jack Boy, like I put I think 1804, I think that's his label. I put that on him. He was like, oh yeah, that's dope. Like, I gotta give me something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't think about him being on those shoes. You know?
So, and you travel to deliver the shoes though. You don't just ship them.
I do ship them.
Oh, okay,
if possible.
okay.
You know what I mean? But like with artists, you know,
Yeah,
like, but not
you
like
pull
most
up.
of the artists I did were they came to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But some artists is like out here, it's not that far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
especially every time I come out here, I always got other orders.
Yeah.
So if I at least can get 4 or 5 orders in that city, I'm going.
Sliding. Yeah.
I'm
Go
going.
get that shmoney.
And I'm gonna try to find, you know, like one of the hottest artists, if they perform, if they doing something, try to contact their manager, try to, you know what I mean? Let me get their size and, you know, it can work.
That's
So
dope.
does it matter the shoe? Like if you finna like pimp out any shoe, does it matter?
No, I can work with any shoe. Bring
So-
any shoe.
So any shoe. So
See,
if it's,
even these, like, I could do these.
Huh.
But I don't know what I'm gonna do with them because this is glow in the dark, so that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? So it's like if I do a colorway, it's kind of like, I feel like it'll throw it off. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
could do any shoe. It's just a matter of what design. But I feel like
Yeah.
any shoe can be done. Like somebody asked me about LeBrons yesterday. Like I like LeBrons, but the material on them, it doesn't matter.
Huh.
Like
Yeah, that's
I
it
could do
right there.
Timbs, I could do anything. Like they make paint for every single material.
see, that's it
Like,
right there.
and-
Y'all just heard it.
One question I get a lot is, "Oh, is it going to chip?" It's your shoes are leather. I use leather paint. If your shoes aren't leather, I won't. I'll use the paint for the material of your shoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they have suede dye stuff like
That's
that.
quality
So
work.
I'll be able to use that.
So have you done some Timbs or like different?
Yes, I did
Okay.
some Timbs. They're on my page.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I know
she
what
got
y'all
them,
think.
man, but that's
Pull
cool,
that
though.
up.
That's-
Solomon.
Yeah, because it's like you got people that like with all different, like a New Yorker. You know, they rock Timbs. They probably
Definitely.
just be
So,
like, you know what I'm saying?
I met Jim Jones
Uh-huh.
at Dope Bear in Oakland, and when he come back, I gotta because I've been thinking about it for a minute. So I'm like, I gotta do him some. His line is vampire. It's vampire. You know what I mean? The vampire
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I'm like,
Mhm.
ooh, I could put a label on there. You know, all the stuff. He got
Yeah.
weed, everything.
Yeah.
You can do some
But-
shit with that.
Yeah.
When I thought about it, I'm like, I gotta do him some Timbs because that's more his style. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and as even when working with each artist, like I started noticing that, you know, after a while, like I did Ralphie the Plug some
Yeah.
shoes, but he's
Draco brother,
more
yeah.
more of a Jordan 1. You know, like
Mhm.
he's more. So I'm like, oh yeah, his next pair of shoes, I gotta, you know, do something more his style. You know what I mean? Like they wear Air Force Ones, but not all artists are into Air
Into
Force
the Air
Ones.
Forces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
For real. Go play that video.
It's a lot of them.
The one that you played at first that you was talking
was
about
at
with
the-
the artists, the
It was at
different
the time.
artists.
Well, go keep going
Yeah.
down real quick. Keep going down real quick.
That's a catalog. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
For real.
And it's like you reaching people. I know like for a fact, like one time, I don't know which one that was, but I know you came down here, if I'm not mistaken. It was for Draco one time.
Oh, that
You
was
had
go
them
up.
Kicks.
Go up real quick. Yeah, I'll show you those ones. So what I did was for Draco's birthday, I came out here and gave him a pair right there. Wait, go down. Go to the video right there with the
To the left.
Yeah, with the jewelry on. With the
Right there,
with the
to the
Next to the
bracelet.
gray shoe.
Next to the gray shoe with the yeah. So I came and brought him a pair for his birthday because like that whole year, like anytime I asked him like, let me make you some shoes, I see you just did a new album. He like, go ahead, like come on, you know what I mean? Like he did his tour in the Bay, and I'm like, you know, you coming to the Bay, you got to wear the Shmoney kicks. He
That's
like
dope.
make them, you know
That's
what I mean?
dope.
And that was in September, and it was around my birthday, and I made them, you know what I mean? So it was like it was only right to gift him some, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, and if I ask him like, hey, you know, this artist I've been trying to link up with,
Yeah.
he'll tap me in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like big support. And like most artists do that. You know what I mean? But you do got some artists that just, you know, I posted you, I did what I did. Is you know what I
That's-
mean?
that's
But
it, yeah.
that's it. But for the most part, most artists are really like, you know, cool about
Because
it.
they appreciate the work. It's quality work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, I've watched it though. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's like you may give that out like as a gift, this is a token of my appreciation. But it's like as you say, the shows he go to and this, that, and the other, they think, man, where you get these kicks at? What's up with that?
That's
That's
promotion.
money right there.
And that's
what I'm saying?
that's why when I say like going to other states and stuff like that, or even when I'm out here,
yeah.
like I didn't see somebody like, oh, I see you on No Jumper. Like I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah,
on the real.
like they know who
Yeah.
I am. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you do the shoes, or like especially in the club, like I'm starting to see that. Like, hey, like
Yeah.
if they already see me behind stage, they be
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm gonna have you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna record you. Like,
That's dope. That's
Or
dope.
You did some shoes for Soulja Boy and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, so I started to do promo shoes. So at first I wasn't, like I said, I knew a few artists.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like I was just giving away no shoes or nothing like that. But one of the promoters told me like, just do a promo shoe. Like it's not, it's nothing. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I just went for it. So I gave Soulja Boy a pair of shoes. He ended up getting more shoes.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I did T Grizzly a pair. And he ended up buying 8 pair.
Like when Soulja Boy was doing this shit, because he went on the Breakfast Club and all that stuff. And it's like he took them off. Yeah, custom kicks. You know what I'm saying? Set on the table. I'm like, yeah, my cousin did that.
Yeah.
And then T Grizzly came to Auntie house to get his shit up.
Oh yeah, he pulled T Grizzly. He pulled up. I'm like, my auntie living in there. He like, man, what's the address? I'm finna come get my shoes.
That's dope. That's cool, man. That's straight because it's like they coming. Like, man, I'm finna come get my kick.
Or you can pull up, yeah. Like, but it's more so like they know when I pull up, it's getting me that promotion. You know what I mean? Like that's why I say like some artists are there for getting me that promotion. So like when I pulled up on Jack Boy, I pulled up on him at Empire. And with getting in contact with him, he opened up for T Grizzly. So I just gave T Grizzly a pair, and he was like, "You can do me a pair?" I'm like, "Yep." He like, "What's your number?" Gave him my number. Then I'm like, "Hey, Jack Boy's still out here, cause tell him answer his DM," and he did. So once I brought him his shoes, he like, "Let me know what you want me to say in the video." So you could, I could just say everything you need. You could post it whenever. I could, repost it for you. You know what I mean? But then you got some artists that'd be like, "Oh yeah, this money right here," but then don't tag me. So then it'd be like. Each promotion don't get. I love
but it
promotion.
don't work the same. No, it just don't work.
It don't work the same. So I noticed the difference with those artists. You know what I mean? Because them artists, they still hit me, but they don't like. I feel like they know what they can do, but it's like if it ain't benefiting them, you got some artists like that. It don't matter.
For sure. In every realm, shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like as far as like with the money kicks, like where it's at now, do you just have to come in and just be like, all right, you put an order in, or is it something to where it's like. A person can just look at a catalog and be like, "Oh, this is a dope design. I can get this." Or
that's what they do now. Now they like, I want something like this, and they just switch it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I got so many shoes on there. Like I feel like the first year I did shoes, I didn't do that many shoes. Mm-hmm. The second year I did shoes, I'm like, I need to switch it up, and I started just doing local artists. You know what I mean? And at the end of the year, I had like 40 plus local artists. You know what I mean? Like, and on top of that, it's that's like dope. Lil Blood, J Style, and like, people that, and they gonna connect me with other people, you know what I mean? And whatever else. So it's like getting connection with them, it just went bigger. You know what I mean? Like, and then just, like I said, not all the time, but if I need to, like, hey, I just seen you with so-and-so, tell them what's up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's.
That's part of the grind, though. You know what I mean? You gotta do that shit.
So now it's just like, when they look at my stuff, it's like, oh, I want the picture customs, like, oh, I seen on Jeep Herbo, or you know what I mean? Like, I want a little extra design, like I seen on Filthies, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, or I want the big laces. Like right now, the big laces are what everybody likes.
Yeah, I've been saying that. Like the damn, what the fuck I was gonna say? The signature. Like, what's the Smoney signature? Because you got other motherfuckers that's trying to go out there and like do this.
It's when I take the check mark off and move it around. Don't nobody do it like that. Like they do. I watch them. I ain't no hater, but they don't do it like me. And then I feel like a lot of people are starting to like cut. Like, of course, we always want to cut time. When we get products. You know what I mean? But they doing a lot of like the Dior customs and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of cut and glue. Like I'm really hand painting my work, taking hours. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say that.
And I feel like certain customizers, when they start that route, then more people want that customs. Mm-hmm. So now you see them only doing that now. You know what I mean? Like just the cut and glue.
When I see that, it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, those are tight. You doing a little Gucci. You doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, but it's the same. It's basic. And it's like when you come and get a money kick, it's really no duplicate. I have to come again.
It's a one-of-a-kind shoe.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's your own design.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that, like, that's a straight-up difference right there. Anywhere else, you can get, like, 2-3 pairs of these. Oh, I see what's his name with them on right there. But you can't say, when I seen some money kicks, I got to get me some money kicks. Yeah,
and, like, one thing I know is, like, with my shoes, I'll put the artist's name on them. And, like, somebody asked me like, why do you put the artist? Like they know who it's not that, it's they get custom stuff all the time from like Gucci, Dior. They give them free stuff. People give them free stuff wherever they go. Mm-hmm. But regardless, when they see this shoe, this is something that they, like somebody had to design this out their head. Like this wasn't a computer generated this. Like I had to put this together.
That.
You know what I mean? Like
you'll rock that different. Be like, this is me.
And I incorporate everything that they have going on. You know what I mean? Like I did Days Loaf a Backpack. Like she's one of the first major artists that I did something for. And with her, 'cause I didn't know her shoe size. You know what I mean? So with her, she just went gold. You know what I'm saying? And then on her album, she had a little bucket list. So I put the little bucket list, the little lyrics off of there. And it was the detail that mattered to her. You know what I mean? Like I put a gold plaque on there.
And then you went and took it to her too. And all that. I think I seen a video. Yeah, I seen
that
a
was
video
one of the first. Yeah, that was one of the first major artists that I did something for. And that was dope.
On the real, hell yeah, that's dope. So look on the weed tip though, what's your best way to smoke?
With backwoods.
Backwoods. What you like to put in the backwood? You like the indica, sativa?
I like the indica. I like the indica. They got some weed in the bay right now called powdered donuts. I gotta bring y'all some. It got hash oil in it. I don't know how to explain it, but you going night night. You going night night.
They got it's powdered donuts.
One thing I can say about the bay and the weed, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no perk nowhere else like I got from like out the bay.
And the bubba.
I don't know about all that, but I just know the perk. You know what I'm saying?
The bubba though. Lebo had the bubba though, you know what I'm saying, from up that way.
Well, you gonna find the best way to smoke out there.
Everything.
Like, I'm telling you.
That nigga said, I don't know about that though, but
No, not like that. It's just I went up inside the shop. You know what I'm saying? That was just I went in the shop. I was on the road traveling actually up there to go, you know what I'm saying, fuck with Cuzzo. Just stop by and just like, let me get some of this perk. And that shit hit like a motherfucker.
Everything. So do you prefer like getting your shit from the homie or going to the shops?
Well, see, how would I put this? So everybody entrepreneurs now. You know what I mean? So when I promote Powder Donuts, he's really boxing his stuff up. He's getting good glass containers. Yeah, he's doing everything right. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's just the homie, you know what I mean? Like this a real legitimate business that somebody doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do support the neighborhood. Don't smoke dealer.
Right.
Man,
because they right
that
there.
Is the shop. Shit.
Right there. And I like that, but Powder Donuts running 48. So,
So are those, or is Powder Donuts in shops and shit?
Yeah, I believe he got it in some shops.
Oh, okay.
If not, I think he getting there. He getting there. He definitely I definitely see people still, doing the same method that he doing and stuff like that. But you know how when you first smoke rinse, and it puts you like, ooh, this make you go night because it's a strong indica.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's
I can say that.
it give you that feeling back, like, oh, this something, you know what I mean? Like, and then it don't have, like, I feel like they're like, oh yeah, that's just like some moon rock. I'm like, it's not the same because it's not as thick. You know what I mean? Right. It's crunchy. You know what I mean? Like it's
because that's what I was gonna say when you said that. I was gonna say the moon rock.
Yeah, like though, it's not different. The same. Like it's not like you don't put too much on it. He put just the right amount. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that sound about right though. $40 an eighth or something though for some shit that's gonna that's gonna punch in there.
And I like how he started doing what he did. He had a smoking party. So like I think $50. Everybody smoke for free.
Yeah, that's the best way. That's
real talk.
On everything.
He did a few of those and stuff. I'm like,
so that's your favorite right now?
Yeah, it's been my favorite for about a year.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't smoke it all the time, because I don't got time to be sleep.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that's cool. That's a cool consistency for a strain to be out like that and it's still going like straight like that. That's hella cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask though, like since you smoking, like speaking of what you say is powdered donuts.
Yeah, if you go on my page, I customize the shoes. That's actually how I found it.
Let us see that.
He posted like, who could do the shoes for me? And everybody was like, oh yeah, you need some shoes, you know what I mean? And I put it together for him.
That's dope.
So do you think like, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, it's rumored going around, I guess, like in the cannabis news that like certain weeds is getting stronger. Do you believe like, you know what I'm saying, once you get up there to the top,
in the middle,
you smoking that
in the middle shit? To the left where it say powdered donuts. Do I think what? Oh, so I have this pigment
That-
paint. So the pigment
That's why I
paint,
want that. And
I
it was
put
them
water
powdered
on it.
donuts.
I put water on it, but it changes in color. So I
I'm
think
glad
those
you
ones
pulled
change
that
to
shit up.
73 degrees, but I have some that change in 82 or 73.
Because I was going to ask that about the shoes because I seen that before.
You seen it?
Yeah.
It's another picture you could probably click up for that one.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's hella hard.
Mm-hmm.
No, but what I was saying is it's like because they trying to say weed is getting more powerful, more potent. And it's like with that combination right there with the powdered donuts, do you think like once somebody hit the powdered donuts, they ain't going to try to go back to no regular OG or runts or nothing like that?
Depend on their spending habits. See, Ineedshmoney, I can afford it. If you could afford, like, but it's like if you smoke, you're supposed to be able to afford your habits. So it's like, I feel like you smoke $30 apes every day. That's what you gonna do. You gonna go get you a $30 ape every day. Like everybody got their own thing. Some people be like, why you buy ape every day? Why don't you just buy? That's not what like
that's
they
not
feel.
My best way.
Yeah, because they might. I'm gonna smoke the whole quarter today. That's why I gotta.
You gotta pace it out.
Gotta pace it out a little bit.
I'm glad you said you heard it from Shmoney. You know what I'm saying? So if you talking about like, all right, these $40 ace is bullshit, well, you must don't got a $40 ace pocket. You don't got the shmoney for it. So you ain't finding that best way to smoke.
You gotta be able to keep up with your habits.
Yeah, for sure. For real though. Especially if you want to smoke that good shit though. And then I think though, because we talk a lot about weed being decriminalized and shit on a federal level. So, I think once if it do happen, if they do pass that shit though, a lot of shit gonna be watered down because it's gonna kind of like flood the market. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna drop the prices and shit though.
They kind of already like taking their cut because you go to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't even go to the cannabis club. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all because last time I checked my receipt, it said I had a California fee, a federal fee, a city fee, like damn near a delivery fee.
Yeah.
They just trying to tax it up.
Yeah, so I just feel like if they do it, it's like already happening. You know what I mean? All they gonna do is add more tax to it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's why they have so many varieties already. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I do feel like that potency is gonna stay up though because it's like I'm not finna pay $30 for that bullshit. You gonna be looking at certain weed like what? Well, the THC, it kind of be about the look sometime nowadays. You know what I mean? Like you can tell me you can tell me these cookies, but baby, I know these ain't cookies. You know what I mean? You know how people do like, I got cookies.
Yeah, nigga be putting that in.
And you look at them like, you got one nug in here. It smelled good.
Look, I'm finna tell y'all a story. This shit crazy. Come cousin Mike. I tell him, I'm like, nigga, I got some purple.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm finna come over. I'm finna fuck with you. I got some purple shit. He's like, all right, I'm at the house. I'm waiting. He's at my mama's house. I pushed up over there. I'm like, here it is right here. I put the weed on the table and shit. I'm like, break it down. Just roll it up. He like, what a perp at, cuzzo? No, he don't say cuzzo. You know what I'm saying? He say my name like, cousin, I'm what a perp at? I'm like, that's it on the table. He grabbed this shit. He like, it's some cool, but this ain't perp.
No, seriously.
You know what I'm saying? Put it down.
No, seriously.
And that come from just by eyeballing this shit. You know what I'm saying? When you say it just made me think of Mike though, because he was like, I had that experience. Like, nah. This ain't perp.
This ain't perp.
But it's cool though.
But they'll do it. They want you to pull up. The trick is to get you to pull up. Like, and if you ain't got nowhere else to go, like you already here. So you know how that be. But me, I'm giving it back. I might turn around. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna need my money back.
Yeah.
And then we talk about too, like before, like especially going to the shops. You used to be able to crack the drawer and smell the shit and all that before you purchase.
Now they
just hitting you with the drawer like
they
this
hit
is
you with
it.
the magnifying glass and a button like push. You can smell it.
Some motherfuckers don't even offer that shit.
Yeah, some spots don't even
that
offer
weed
that.
that's been sitting out there, you can't smell it no more.
That's what I was saying. You get that shit, you go home, you break it down. That shit just like dust. You don't even like do nothing. You just get up a little bit and blow the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Then I noticed at one cannabis spot they had cookies for like I think $80 an eighth, which was like this is outrageous. You know what I mean? But I'm like, all right, we have Valeos, whatever. A few months later, it's $40 today. Like I'm like, nah, nobody want that.
Want
You
that,
you
yeah.
didn't have that in the same jars though.
Same
You know what I
shit,
mean?
yeah.
Like, so I just feel like a lot of that gonna be going on. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because it's like they gotta get rid of it somehow.
Yep.
Like and then I really do feel like with some stores they be like, oh, you gotta get this pre-roll. I don't know.
That's why like I think it's gonna be flooded. It's gonna be in gas stations. It's gonna be like every motherfucking where
Gas
at
station. Who gonna get some
Walmart
gas station
They-
weed?
and
Because
all
they
that
are-
shit though. It's some people
You-
that's gonna buy that
You
shit
gotta
though.
think they sell CBD everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah,
They do.
yeah.
Gas
But
stations
But like
got
it's
CBD.
bullshit though. It's like you know what I'm saying. I seen it before. You know what I'm saying. I even got some shit from a 7-Eleven and a smoke shop because I just wanted to see this shit. Don't you know that shit? Like I mean, bruh, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like come on now, like y'all really selling this shit, but you may have some people
That's
that
gonna
really
get
taking
it.
CBD type shit, and
Yeah.
you get this. What the fuck is this?
Yep.
Man.
So they gonna be doing the weed the same way. Which I just got this from 7-Eleven on Manchester. That bullshit about it. Like,
But the average, like the average motherfucker like us though, we ain't finna go buy that shit though.
yeah,
We gonna go
yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
like if it get watered down like that, it's gonna bring up the black market. You know what I mean? It's gonna keep that shit floating.
Mhm.
Them shrooms kicking in on a nigga though.
I love it to play with you.
Oh me.
No, I was finna say too though, shit. If these motherfuckers like, if they don't got no return policy on that shit, like
That's
you
the
know,
problem.
that nigga
No,
work, like,
no. I honestly feel like they need a return policy on this. Because I done went to the cannabis club. They be like, yeah, this got 34% THC. It got whoop, whoop. Break that shit down. That shit be
Mhm.
dust.
Like really,
Or-
bro, I think if they had that, you know what I'm saying, like motherfuckers is getting sued. You talking
Man,
about, you know what I'm saying,
smoke
my
it-
pre-roll.
But that's
is
what I'm
this.
saying. You smoke it, it just be like, this is what I paid $60 for. Like,
Yeah.
you serious? Like,
A
I
nigga
could have went and got the sleepy weed if that's what I wanted
Yeah.
to do. Like,
But I think if they would have had a return thing or a compensation, the
Or at
motherfucker
least-
wouldn't even be getting sued.
It's
or nothing
probably
like
gonna go that way though once if they do decriminalize it and make it fully legal on a federal level. It might. They probably gonna have to do that shit the way they're gonna be selling it.
so y'all ever got a pre-roll joint from the cannabis club?
No, I
No?
don't fuck with the pre-roll.
So, funny story. I got a pre-roll, right? And they told me it had the wax around it. I paid $30. And it was this big. It was a half a gram. But them the type of shit they need to give out to let you test the
Yeah,
weed.
that's like-
But I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
paid $30. And they really selling that. Like, I really hit that shit 3 times and it was over.
That's the bullshit.
Like
That's
$30. I was
bullshit.
no, because no, they didn't tell me
That's
how
like
many
them
grams
things you
you
had the other
was.
day.
Yeah.
Them little
I
small.
was just-
You know, they skipped the gram part. Like, nah, yeah, it got the wax around it. It's this, and that. It's slow burning. Okay, cool. Let me see that. And it's in a big old box like this. And
It's slow burning. If
you
in the
already
house
got a
in the
tip that's
corner
this
with
big.
no
and you
wind.
got a little.
Huh.
I was mad as fuck. I ain't
That'll
gonna.
piss the
I turned
motherfucker
around
off,
and
too,
was
though,
like, "What's
what the
this?"
fuck?
Like, I quit. Like, I'm done. Like, if I go to cannabis club, it gotta be.
Like
Oh,
it's
real.
certain like when
real.
shops and shit like was around and shit like that, and I go in and I get some shit like that. It's like I wouldn't even talk bad about them or nothing. I'd be like, man, I'm just not fucking with this shop no more.
Yeah.
Somebody
Niggas
be
just
like,
ain't gonna
yeah.
go back.
Motherfucker be like, yeah, this shop over here. Be like, yeah, I'm cool. I ain't fucking with them. You know, some bullshit around there. Oh,
Like
just not fucking with
you
'em.
gotta go a whole day, go to all the shops just to find the one that you need. Like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. When we had to go with our little Rex,
Yeah.
like
First time patient, little
yeah,
deals and
it
shit.
had been days, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker marked some shit off like boop, 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 boop. We finna hit these spots right
it's
here.
crazy. That's what you.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do when you go to other states that don't. That you know.
I ain't
like, when I
seen that
first
in
went
a
to
long
Houston-
time,
Yeah.
though.
Well, I don't think weed still legal in Houston, is it? Nah,
I
but
think it's
I-
certain
the last-
spots,
Me-
certain
it's
cities.
medically.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, they just had a pop up when I went out there, but before that, it was like,
Huh.
it was like, where they got weed at again?
Man, like Vegas used to be.
Yeah, Vegas is I'll never go to a cannabis club in Vegas again.
Yeah, they got bullshit weed. That desert be drawing
So
that
I
shit
was like,
out.
ooh, let me go to the drive-in one.
And
I'm
it's like
thinking
if
I'm
you want something
popping.
halfway decent, it's like you finna like
You
break
can't.
the bank.
You can't even see the weed out there.
Huh.
Like,
No,
You said
can't,
you
though.
said you went to the drive-through.
man, I went to the drive-through It was no.
It's crazy because
It was some bullshit that you couldn't even
She ain't
believe.
lying.
Like the way they had on the news, everything, it's popping. Yeah, come up here, man. No. Like you can't see it. Like it's in a.
Because it seemed like a lot of these spots they selling the jar, the packaging and shit like that. Though.
But then they packaging got a picture on top of it, so you can't see the weed in it.
I'm telling you.
Like, and that what was pissing me off during Corona. Like you telling me the only weed that's under $50 for an eighth is right here, but I can't see it.
I can't see
But
it.
I can see all the.
And if you ain't from Vegas, if you don't got no Vegas up on your ID or whatever, they taxing the fuck out you.
I learned that the hard way too.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's
it's
extra tax.
They
and
tax you. They tax you with everything in Vegas.
And the shit that you see right here inside of this jar right here, you're not finna get that. They finna walk somewhere in the back and then come back out with a whole nother little thing and like, this is what it is. I was like, Vegas, y'all tripping.
Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with the shops. I'm glad I don't have to. You know what I mean?
Cause man, you be looking like
Huh.
you damn near
Shit
still
like
gotta
that make
keep your
motherfuckers
skill
realize,
around you
oh,
when
shit.
you get weed from people because they be like it's heavy my ass.
It's
Let
heavy.
me go. Let me go. Don't oh Mississippi. So best way to smoke in Mississippi is to bring your own weed.
It's a lot of spots you should bring your own shit.
But
Man,
no,
that was the tip
Mississippi
we
is
gave
one
out
of them.
before.
Not like that, respectfully, y'all.
Yeah.
I was in Mississippi for a month.
Yeah.
I went to different places to get weed, and that they called it Mexican border brick weed. Even the good shit, somebody like this from Cali. I was like, they sold you some work weed. They like, what's that? I'm like, you don't know what work weed is? I ain't gonna tell you. It's everything. I never got no full buzz. Like I kind of did, but then the ones that was full buzz was like kind of brown still. Like even like they plugs. Like I'm talking about like nigga chains, everything. So I'm thinking you'd be smoking something. You look like you could afford a $40.
Right.
Bullshit.
Huh.
And they charge more because it's not accessible. So it's like,
Yeah.
I got hit like that one time in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Because we was going through and it's like coming through Texas. They, you know what I'm saying, they got a motherfucker shit.
Yeah.
So once we out there in Florida, you have to like, you know what I'm saying, maneuver around and find some shit. And it's like, I know I was getting treated like an out-of-towner. They're like, this motherfucker ain't from out here. They come like a little dub and shit. I'm looking like, this ain't no dub or no nothing like that. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking around like, y'all like, it's cool though. Let me get by like 3 of these motherfuckers. But that shit, like, it ain't, I don't think just in those spots I've been before, like passing through like Texas, Alabama and shit
They
like
be
that.
having that Reggie.
Yeah, it ain't nothing like, it ain't like no
like
Cali
I said,
weed.
they
Booth.
call it, they like Mexican brick.
Mexican bread, yeah.
Like it was, I ain't seen brown weed and I
ain't seen that shit in a minute. I ain't been out the state.
I'm like,
Like that stress.
I'm like,
and
take that
though.
shit back to that nigga. Like,
Oh,
what's wrong with
everything.
y'all? Like, y'all can't take me to somebody else.
That shit
Like,
gave me a headache thinking about it. You said it's brown?
and because the first one they're like, well, where you get it from? I got it from some people that looked like they had some money. So on the fucking
Man.
That's why you go out there to them little spots with like some Cali bud, and your Cali bud is the shiznit.
No, definitely every spot that I've been to, like when I go out and have my shoes in there, first thing, or especially a rapper asks me, you got some weed? Got some weed? I gotta have it on. They want to buy your shit up because they know like, oh, you got that Cali shit. Or like it do be fun like when I be in other places, they be like, oh yeah, she from Cali, smoke this, try this, but it be like, this is some bullshit. Some of it be cool though, some of it be cool, you know what I mean? But hey, if it's free weed, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna smoke it a little bit later. Put it in mine. But
On the real. And then you say you be off the backwoods, huh?
Yep. Well, backwoods, and you heard of Zimmies?
Zimmies?
So
might have
it's like
seen.
a grab a leaf, but it's thinner. You know what I mean? It don't get it.
No,
It don't
I
get.
can't say I heard
It do
of
not get crunchy. You can have it out for a minute, but it's like it come in a pack of 5, but it's like a backwood and a grabber wrapped around it.
Yeah.
That's almost like
And
what
them
you
fresh.
fucking with. The camos, they come in a pack of 5.
Yeah,
They
the
like, you know what I'm
camos.
saying, they
It's
cut.
hemp though.
They down there look like the little woods and shit like that, but it's not. You don't got the little stems and shit through it.
Yeah, and that's why I like the Zimmies. You don't got the big old. Some of them got a little stem, but not.
No, it's just like thing. Now the homie was telling me about a spot in Watts, a store, a dispensary. they sell a banana, like the banana dried out and shit like that. And motherfuckers
Have you
roll
smoked
up
in one of them before?
Nah,
Have
I
you
want to
smoked-
try it though.
Have you smoked in a rose petal before?
Nah, I ain't fuck with the rose petal.
Why?
I just ain't.
I see
know what
that
I'm saying?
shit, but I ain't tried
Matter of fact, I take it back. I did though when we was at the fucking Kush stop with
With Sheldon. He
Sheldon.
had that little,
Yeah,
the
I
guard.
did. Yeah,
It
I
was
fuck
cool?
with it. It was straight. I mean, I was already high.
I don't think I hit that motherfucker.
It was slow burning though. That motherfucker was burning slow as fuck.
It was burning weird for me. Like I feel like it was weird.
Yeah.
You smoked out the banana thing? The banana?
No, I haven't tried it, but I want to try. I was just put up on it. I'm gonna go pick some of the motherfuckers
I seen
up.
that shit on social media.
But the nigga that make
out,
them,
and they,
like
really
yeah, the
roll
nigga
that
had the
shit.
bananas right there. He not showing you like how he do the whole process of it though, but he
You
making
go
the,
on
he
TikTok
making
and
the
find
rest.
that.
Yeah.
Would that be like hempish? Because it ain't
It's
tobacco,
organic,
right?
yeah, it's in that form.
Organic.
Yeah. On everything.
Vegan
But I know the
friendly.
flavor, yeah, I know the flavor probably be right though with that banana. With
don't
certain
know.
weed though.
I don't know because I
I
don't
don't
really
know.
like that in flavor. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll take the rose.
They gotta hit one of those. Dun. Oh man. Yeah, I'm high as a motherfucker though right now.
So what's next with the shmoney?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know, because this is about shmoney.
All right. So next I got a pop up I'm trying to do in ATL and one I'm trying to do in Detroit. So I'm the shoe trapper of the year. That's
Shoe
what I like
trapper
to
of the
call
year.
Trapper of
myself.
the year.
You know what I mean? I feel like with doing shoes, like I really put my all into it. You know what I mean? So like y'all say, like, you know, no, this everybody got their trap. This my trap. You know what I mean? That's what I do. But like, I'm trying to do pop-ups everywhere. I see people doing, you know, like SneakerCon, they pop up, do buy, sell, trade, and stuff like that. But this custom work. You know what I mean? So like this different. Like I went to Houston and I did that like on my own. Like I met somebody out there that got a whole shoe store, you know what I mean? And they get celebrities and, you know, stuff like that, rappers and stuff like that out there in their store already.
Yeah.
And we just combined that, you know what I mean?
That's
and
dope. That's
able
dope.
to, you know, build a bigger market, you know what I mean?
Dope.
So like with Atlanta, that's what I'm gonna do. I have another customizer, Creative Customs. She's
Dope.
big out there. I told her I'm like, let's put something together and I'm gonna go out there and find
That's
a
a hit
spot
right
and get
For
it
sure.
popping. And then like with Detroit, so I do a lot of customs for Detroit artists. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I did Cash Kid, I did RMC Mike, I did
Okay.
Y&J. Oh, I got two big ones. I got to do Louis Ray, and I get
Okay.
to do Pero Giovanni.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Right?
So it's like I got a lot of Detroit artists. You know what I mean? So I did one for Murder Pain. You heard of him?
Murder Pain.
He's an actor. He did the
No.
Amazon movies, McGraw Ave, The Plug Love, things like that. So like,
Man, I'm sleep.
I seen
You know
these
about
movies.
that?
you
I
seen the
seen
Yeah, I'm
movies?
sleep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he came to Oakland one time. Like, well, I
Which
did.
one is he?
Uh,
Like which one is it? Like
he's an actor that played murder.
okay. That's crazy.
So I
Cuz
DM'd
was,
him one
out
time,
here,
like,
doing
you
their
know, I want to do
shit.
some customs for you.
Yeah.
You know, I already work with a lot of rappers out there. He like, yep, I got to be in Oakland anyway. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
popped up. He like, yep, whatever you need, let me know whenever you come to
That's
Detroit.
hard
So
as
I be going to
fuck.
Detroit
Yeah.
sometimes already. You know, so then when I told him like I want to do a pop up out there, he like, well, just let me know what I need to do, and we put something together. Like, and I wanted to do one
I'm finna
winter
start-
time, but you know it's gonna be cold.
Like in some of them little movies that he playing, he ain't in no shmoney kicks yet.
He got Shmoney kicks, but I don't know if they in the movie.
I'm finna start looking because I watch these movies
Yeah,
and shit. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And
I
that's
mean,
cool.
he might have did,
And
you
it's
know,
like-
a scene with him.
Right.
It's like they getting a real gift though, because it's like with the way fashion and shit is going down, it's already custom made, and it's like they like down south, Midwest and shit, and they getting that Cali swag to go with it. You know what I'm saying? They
Yep.
like,
I
man.
mean, you wouldn't be surprised. I'll be myself.
That's why I'm like Atlanta. That shit, like I think that shit gonna be like kind of big.
And that's like why I go for art, like why I start going for artists and stuff like that, because it's like when you see the music videos, like sometimes they don't even be telling me that they put, you know, my shoes in the video. So then I get people randomly hitting me up like, you didn't see this, you didn't see this, like.
Yeah.
Especially like Adam. When Adam was talking about me on No Jumper, like his
I
fans
seen
hit
that
me.
episode.
His
Yeah.
fans hit me first, to where when I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They like, "He's still talking about you now."
Yeah.
Click on the link. Like they
Yup.
already had a screen recorded.
Yup.
Hella people sent it to me. Like I'm like, "Oh yeah," you know. And I feel like, see, he promoted me. He did
Yeah.
that, these money kicks, you know what I mean? Like, this
Yeah.
what she did for me, stuff like that. Like,
I
that's,
like that right
that's
there.
the,
Once they put that name on it, let it be known. nigga
yeah,
said
that's
Shmoney.
that's the important,
did
you know
that
what
too,
I mean?
though,
Like,
yeah.
and that's really important for like artists and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
cause it's like, I feel like I take my position and make it bigger. Like, people be like, well, you not the artist. You just the person that put the clothes on the artist. Like, no, I'm big as the artist. Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, you're not finna tell any fashion designer that works with like Cardi B and stuff like that, like they're not big. No, they're on the red carpet with them. You know what I mean? So
I
it's
like
like
that attitude.
I do shoes,
Sure.
and that's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make my stuff that big. You know what I mean? Like, to where artists like, oh yeah, I want you to come with me, and like with Soulja Boy, I was able to go to Tampa, bring him some shoes. Go to Houston, bring him some shoes. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I want to be able to do that. Like, I'm also
Shmoneys, boy.
if you go on my page, I made some shoes for the artist out here called Mr. Mac. You know what I mean? He came to the Bay, but he was like, I need them done now.
Yeah.
So I was able to pull up on set, you know what I mean?
That's
Do them
dope.
now, and like, oh yeah, wear this with it, and wear that with it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's dope.
because that's what I'm going into, like fashion designing. You know what I mean? Like being somebody's personal shopper, or like designing their whole wardrobe. Stuff like that.
Like, just real quick, just to backtrack this real fast, like how you said that, like when they called and it was like, man, I need these, like bam, ASAP. Is that like a challenge for you right there? Does that like take you out of like your normal
it
work zone?
depends. Like, if it's somebody new, I feel like they allow me to be more creative. Like, they'll tell me specific things, but they allow me to be more creative. Somebody already know, it just depends on who it is, because like I said, I learn my customers.
Yeah, okay,
Some of them be like, oh, and then be like, nah, you know what I mean? Because I had experience where somebody like, oh, I need this for this. And then they didn't use it. And it was just like, they didn't feel
A
like
waste
it
of
went what
time,
they said.
damn
But
it.
they didn't tell me. But I mean, I
Yeah.
still got paid. So,
Everything.
you know what I mean? It's just like, you got to know your your client. You know what I mean?
That's dope. Yeah, man, we definitely appreciate you coming out and fucking with us. You know what I mean? And tell them where they can find you at.
Oh, yeah. Instagram, Ineedshmoney. That's 2 I's. I need shmoney. Also on Shmoney Kicks, that's my customs page. You can find all my shoes on and everything else. Twitter, Ineedshmoney, and yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So look, thanks for tapping in with us at the Best Way to Smoke podcast. It's Big J.
Serpo Jr. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend. Because ain't none of y'all friends got Shmoney Kicks.
All right, best way to smoke.
Yeah.